Hello, welcome to Watercolor Cards. I'm artist Lisa Christensen, and I'm here to share with you how we make this beautiful background with a beautiful sentiment. I'm using a sentiment from Benny Black. I just love this sentiment. It's perfect for the cards. I'm using Undersea Green and Green Apitite Genuine from Daniel Smith. These two colors together make for beautiful Christmas greens. I just love it. And then I'm going to be using my Escoda Versatile. It has a pointed end. It's not an oval brush, but it's beautiful. Anyways, and then I will be using the two greens together. And then for the iridescent colors, I'm using Duochrome Autumn Mystery from Daniel Smith. This is a sentiment that is from Penny Black. I just love it for these types of cards, and I will be using a brown chocolate truffle archival ink with the size is 5 1/4 by 4, and it's on 140-pound watercolor paper, and a card base, just a brown card base that works well with the ink from the sentiment that I will be snapping. I love using sentiments in my cards. I think it brings a very nice, elegant look, and I have used this sentiment so much that it definitely has paid for itself. So there's the card that I'm making. I'm going to put that sentiment straight on the card base. I want to leave some space for the green on both sides, but I want it to be off-centered so it looks more aesthetically pleasing. I'm also making sure that my sentiment is totally straight, that the type is totally straight on that, and that's where I use. Once I know that my stamp is perfect, I ink it up with that brown archival ink and really take my time with this. This is the focal point of my card, so of course I want it to look the best. So I really truly take my time and make sure that the watercolor paper has a really good impression, and that looks really good. Now I'm ready to start with my Undersea Green, and I'll put a base layer there, and again it's kind of like an ombre look, but not as like that's not the technique I'm using. And then there's the Green Apitite, and look at how rich that is. It's just so pretty with the Undersea Green, and I'm adding texture already. You don't have to, I just enjoy it. And then I will take that beautiful Green Apitite and paint the whole card with it, because I don't want any white on my card. And then I get this beautiful, like, rich and dark pigment, and it's really looking quite lovely right now. And in just a little bit we'll let it dry. I'm just adding a little bit more pigment to the bottom just to kind of let it flow, and then I'm also going to be splattering just a little bit of like water onto my card panel as well. And I'll be using a little bit of the Autumn Mystery too to splatter on, just to give it that beautiful texture. And I think we got it. Look at that, it's looking great. I'm going to clean up my splatters. I don't want anything on my sentiment because that's my focal point, but that is looking gorgeous. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'll come back and add a second layer to it. Now that it's dried, I can add, I want to keep some of that texture, but I wanted to add a little bit more dark to it. So that's where I am adding some more of that beautiful Undersea Green, and it's just gonna kind of go over that whole texture, which I know it kind of hurt me when I did that, but it'll look better once I get another layer of juicy, beautiful color. And then I'm going in with a darker pigment on each on the side, just to like anchor it or have a border basically where the sentiment is. When you find a really pretty sentiment, use it. It's the best. And so this is just a simple, clean and simple way of making a watercolor panel. And then of course I'm going to use some of that Autumn Mystery. I'm going to take now a smaller brush, and I'm going to splatter the Autumn Mystery around like I did before, but this time with smaller splatters, just to give it and a pretty simple effect. I like using iridescent or metallic color pigment for backgrounds like this, as it just adds a natural looking piece to the panel. If you found this to be helpful at all in your Christmas card making, please like and subscribe to my channel. I sure appreciate your wonderful support, and have fun creating Christmas cards this season. Thanks so much for watching.